Hello my friends and fellow gamers, and welcome back to this Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode run. My name is Blue, and I am joined here by my party. We have Lae'zel, Astarion, and Will, and of course, leading the shenanigans is my druid Tiefling Luna. So last episode we dealt with the owl bears, the mama and the mates, and hopefully the baby is okay. He did stay aggroed to us, but we escaped the cave. So hopefully we'll see him in the goblin camp and eventually in our camp. We did go ahead and chat with Scratch. We consoled him. He didn't really want to believe that his owner was dead, so we just said, you know, if he doesn't wake up, come find us. And yeah, so that's where we are. For now, we are going to go and try and find the devil that Will has been sent to hunt. And that's where we are right now. So Luna is letting her party hop over this little stream. Let's see if anybody gets stuck on the rocks. It looks like Astarion is stuck. I always get one or two party members that just can't seem to get past that central rock area, but that's fine. We got him up and over.
Still breathing, despite everything.
So let's go ahead and grab some plants along our way. Will thinks that the devil is somewhere in this general vicinity. And if we look back across over here, we see a rather fiery woman having a bit of a fit. So that might be the devil that Will has been tasked to kill, or it could just be another traveler in need of assistance. Let's go and check it out.
One horn, the stink of Avernus, advocatus diaboli.
Alright, so it's definitely the devil he has been sent to kill.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
I think Luna, being attuned to natural magic, would recognize that those flames are certainly from the Hells. And you can see through Karlach's clothes to see that something is not right with her. So she is going to cautiously prepare to fight. She's not going to be aggressive, but she will assume a fighting stance.
Touch me, and you'll regret it.
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the Hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence, proof that you're a devil, a gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Alright, Luna is going... She's definitely not going with number 3. She can't deny everything that she saw in that vision. And Karlach is a fellow tiefling who has been taken advantage of. So she is going to tell Will to stand down.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
No, I'm asking you to trust me. You're stubborn. You saw that Karlach is not a devil. You know this.
Listen to sense now. Don't want this to end badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are...
I'm Luna.
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. Turns out, I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
All right, let's go ahead and send them back where they came from.
Fuck
When we're a
yes.
little stronger. I'm not
Corner
tackling them at
gates
the
like
current level
toll
I'm
house
at.
Just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by their short hairs. Sound good?
She's almost as scary as you, Lae'zel. So naturally she gets my vote.
All right, sounds like a great plan.
I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full.
I'm gonna have her meet me at camp because I have a particular build in mind and it is not a barbarian.
All right. I'll catch up with you later. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
All right, let's go ahead and snoop through her backpack and steal all of her goodies. And let's see what Will wants.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
You're meant to be hunting devils and demons, not tieflings. Someone sent you on Karlach's tail, and I would like to know who.
I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats.
Gods, what now? Do you have a tax collector on your tail?
You're closer than you'd think.
I've actually never heard that
One
line of
night
dialogue
soon
from
when we
Astarion
make
before.
camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Penance? Should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Alright. I'm definitely not taking out the paladins yet, because I am only level 3, and they would absolutely demolish me. And remember, this is honor mode, so if we all die, that's it. But I do just want to grab the waypoint up here. And then there are a couple of rogue hyenas and gnolls along the road. We can get rid of those.
That might be
And then
worth
head
a
over
look.
to Waukeen's Rest. Check that out. And then we can go and confront some goblins. So we've got the waypoint, but there should be some buried treasure
everywhere.
by this wreckage.
Accident or sabotage?
Okay, we got what we came for. We are avoiding that toll house for right now. because Luna would have some experience with paladins. She knows that they're quite fierce warriors and they're devoted to a cause, so they will fight with everything that they've got. And she does not think that she or her companions are quite ready yet, so she's going to put them on the back burner for right now. Instead, they're going to follow the river for a little bit. And she's going to spot the skeleton in the bushes and find a ring that she thinks Astarion would absolutely love. So the smuggler's ring gives him a +2 to stealth and sleight of hand. It does ding his charisma, but it doesn't particularly matter because he doesn't rely on charisma for anything. So that is a perfect ring for our resident thief.
Might be worth a look.
Okay, Lae'zel. I said Lae'zel.
Breeds madness.
Come ahead and move that rock.
No one back home will ever believe this.
And we find a couple more skeletons.
Fallen warriors, their days of glory long since past.
So we loot them of their belongings. We pass some sort of history check. Harper and Druid symbols on their equipment, an interesting pair. I'm not sure why that line isn't being spoken. Not sure if it's a bug, because it never gets spoken. I didn't mean to talk to you, Lae'zel. But that line of dialogue never gets spoken anytime I pass that check.
Mind plainly and fully. Show her due respect.
Wow, Lae'zel really is fond of Karlach. But yeah, I didn't mean to speak to you, Lae'zel, sorry. So we see some hyenas and a lot of bloodshed up here.
Tore right through these people.
The creature's eyes roll back in its head, equal parts bliss and agony. She'd eaten, feasted, and yet, looking into her eyes, you can see it wasn't enough. She's still hungry.
Come, see, my flesh becomes new flesh.
You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones, and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. The hyena moans softly as its body contorts, ribs cracking and flesh tearing.
Okay. Even though I didn't pass that check, which I don't know why it was an Arcana check, Luna would know that a Gnoll comes from a hyena, so she is absolutely going to be destroying the abomination.
You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still. Whatever horrific creature was growing inside the hyena dies along with her.
Okay. I don't think Luna needs to wild shape. I mean, she has 2 charges. Because really the only combats before we long rest are going to be this and fighting them. So I don't really think she needs to wild shape. That was a sad little strike.
Hungry for the slaughter.
And Astarion is going to try
Shadows.
and kill... How did you have line of sight for a normal arrow, but not for a sneak attack shot? Whatever. He's going to try and take care of this hyena before it goes to get help. Yes, sneak attack that. Thank you. Okay, so he moves up a little farther. Takes out a melee weapon just in case.
This won't be quick. That hyena's run off for help.
And Will is going to go ahead and Eldritch Blast that hyena for 12 damage. Well done, Will.
No time to waste.
I am fury. I am
Lae'zel is going to just use her full movement to dash forward.
move.
And Luna will just step forward and strike again for 7 damage. Not too terrible. She'd probably be more effective in her wild shape form, but I don't feel like wasting a charge right now. Astarion will come forward and melee sneak attack for 13 damage. Good job. And then we'll come and flank this other hyena.
The victor's path.
Will scooch to the side to get line of sight and shoot an Eldritch Blast at it for 7 damage, taking half its health down. And hopefully Lae'zel can take care of the rest with a Booming Blade. Oh no, for only 6 damage, so it should, yep, burst into a Gnoll. But that is fine. Astarion will have advantage because it's a whole new creature, and since he is the assassin subclass, any creature that hasn't taken its turn yet, Astarion has advantage against. So for this first attack, he can get a sneak attack melee attack with advantage for 17 damage. Good job, buddy.
Dull moment.
And Luna is, I need a damaging cantrip for her. Is just going to come ahead and whack it in the back. Oh, and ensnaring it in the process. Good job for 7 damage. Why? Oh, fly trap. What is... I never actually really read out what Luna's new staff does. Okay, so Nature's Snare, fly trap. A chance to ensnare a target if it's not a plant or beast. Oh, I didn't realize ensnare damaged them per turn. That's really awesome. Okay. So, Luna is just going to do a little bit of looting. And then she and her party are going to try and flank the pack of gnolls that are on the hill. I should have read that shipment orders letter. It gives us a little quest. Da 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 da. Blah blah blah. Deliver the chest unopened. Blah blah blah. Let's go ahead and pick up all of the goodies in this area. A longsword, a letter, which, you know, blah blah blah. I don't feel like reading all of this. Feel free to pause and scroll to your own desire. Same with this. And this. There should be quite a bit of food up here. Yep. So let's just search the whole area and pick up all of the food. So many squashes and pumpkins, cabbages, carrots, apples, etc. I'm not going to take the half-eaten apples because I personally just think that's disgusting. Bags of rotten food. This wicker basket should have some apples in it.
No,
And then the trunk should have some goodies in it. Okay. So let's see how we want to divide and conquer this. I might split the party and have half of them flank from one direction, half from another. So I could have half of them come from... Actually, I'll have all of them come from that side, I think. Let's go ahead and get everybody to sneak.
Hello, you.
Let's let Astarion take the lead here. I'm just gonna peel everybody off so that I can control them all individually. Let's go ahead and get a... Oh, shoot. I thought I didn't have to go into turn-based mode. I thought I would have just enough time. But it's okay, he gets advantage on his first shot because they haven't taken their turn. So 84, 84. Yeah, I'll just go with the Gnoll Fang of Yinogu. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. He's going to do a sneak attack shot for 15 damage. That's pretty good. Now let's see if we can get anybody else into the fray.
Oh, my hand slipped.
Yeah, they're gonna get spotted at once. So let's go ahead and... Can I put in a spike growth from here? There we go. And then I will just have Lae'zel move as far forward as she can. And same with Will. Unless, can he get an Eldritch Blast off? Yes. Alright, perfect. Eldritch Blast for 9 damage, whittling it down to 2. And so Astarion is just gonna back up a little ways. I'm just bummed that I don't get a sneak attack round. It's so unfortunate. Okay, Spike Growth doing a great job. So Lae'zel is going to come over here for a Booming Blade. That unfortunately misses, but can she shove them back into the Spike Growth, or at least closer to it? Nope.
Another fight.
Luna is going to charge forward, and this time she will use a Wild Shape just because I did not get that sneak attack round. And she will Wild Shape into a wolf.
Battle favors the fearless.
And Will is going to just come up over here. And he is going to put on a Strength Hex. I guess it doesn't particularly matter. He'll just put it onto one of the Gnolls. Oof. For a critical hit only doing 6 damage, that really isn't bad. So Astarion is going to... Yeah, I don't think he has enough movement now to try and get around into a line of sight or to break line of sight. Well, this one little patch. Can I hide in this one little patch?
They won't know what bit them.
That is really funny. Okay, 10 damage on that sneak attack shot. Good job. I'm just going to have him sneak over a little bit farther. Lae'zel is going to Booming Blade. Good job for 13 damage. And as much as I love Spike Growth, I think I'm going to have to drop concentration on it so that the rest of my party can move closer. So Luna, I'm just going to skip to her turn, and I will end that concentration, unfortunately. And I will have her scooch forward and just take a chomp. And sadly miss.
Victory awaits.
I will have Lae'zel just scooch up as far as she can now that the ground is not spiky anymore. Will is going to shoot off an Eldritch Blast that he formerly hexed for 7 total damage. Not too terrible. Okay, the Gnoll misses his ranged attack on Will. Astarion is just going to scooch over into these shadows, and he's going to crouch down and range attack that archer for 14 damage. Good job, Astarion. Okay, Luna gets hit with one of those 3 shots for 7 damage, so not too bad. Lae'zel scooches forward and lashes out with Booming Blade for 6 damage, not too bad.
Time to push my luck again.
Luna will reach out with a bite that she has advantage on because of Pack Tactics, which is an ally within melee range, and she is going to scooch to the other Gnoll. And I'm going to end Lae'zel's turn and have her move forward a little bit also.
I won't give in.
Coming through.
Will is going to reapply a Strength Hex onto this Gnoll and send out an Eldritch Blast for our 7 damage. So the Gnoll only has 2 health left. It should go down this next round. Will takes 9 damage from one of the 3 shots that connected. Astarion is going to move into some more shadows and crouch and send an arrow into the Gnoll for 12 damage. Good job. curse breaker. I don't think I've ever seen that one. I'll discover the curse of Yinogu and destroy his hyenas. Huh. Never heard of that one. Alright, Luna is going to... where is it? End her wild shape. She'll gather her party and give them all a short rest before looting all of the gnolls. How can I not reach the destination? I'm right there. Thank you. Alright, with the gnolls dealt with, they're just going to travel down the road a little bit. Because it looks like there's some sort of inn. Maybe they can seek some shelter for the night. Wouldn't that be nice? Rather than camping out in the dirt, they can sleep in a bed. That would be swell. But first we're going to steal all of the booze that is just lying on the side of the road.
Welcome to Waukeen's Rest. West, Baldur's Gate. East, Elturel.
Okay, so we see the sign for the inn, but sadly we see a lot of smoke. See and smell a lot of smoke.
Something's burning.
And we see that the entire inn is on fire. And we see this one flaming fist, we know who is a guard of Baldur's Gate, praying over a dead body.
He of the unsleeping eyes, grant me the might to carry this burden. Grant me the faith to face darkness without fear.
I'm absolutely not going with number 3. That is so mean. I'm going to offer my condolences.
He should never have been here in the first place. I'm the one that talked him into joining the fist.
And then she's going to ask
A
what on earth
massacre.
happened.
Drow and goblins slaughtered the lot. Please, just leave me be.
Fair enough.
I hear shouting. Someone needs
Out of
help.
respect for the dead, she won't be looting any of the flaming fist bodies, but she will
Excellent
absolutely
armor.
loot any
Strange place
goblin
to
or
find
drow
it.
bodies. And she did find a nice piece of drow armor that she is immediately going to give to Astarion, I think. Either Astarion or Will. Let's give it to Astarion. But that is a hideous color, so we're going to see if we have any dyes. Brown alabaster, I don't think that would look any good. Green dye might look okay. Not perfect, but for the limited choices of dyes I've got, it's good enough. Luna is going to see if she can help open this heavy-looking door.
Pushing! Duke Ravengard could be inside. On count of 3. 1, 2.
Ravengard. He's here.
Yes! Now make yourself useful. Push, damn it, push!
Well, you heard her well. You seem to know who this Ravengard fellow is.
Inside! Hurry! We don't have much time!
Alright, Luna is going to tell her friends to wait outside. She does not want them getting burnt in the fire. But if worse comes to worse, she can wild shape and help get out of the fire. So she is going to follow these flaming fist folk to see what the hell the problem is. Okay, so let's go ahead and start whacking at this broken door. Slowly but surely. 3 damage, that's pathetic. 6 damage. 1 more? Oh, 1 damage. There we go. So we break down the door, and we see some important looking lady come wandering out.
Thanks must wait.
Alright, so we are going to go ahead and follow her back outside. Into fresh air.
Councillor Floric, are you all right?
Well, by the living gods, I couldn't have asked for a finer savior.
Do you know these people,
Scorched
Will?
throat. A few hairs singed off. Nothing a bit of time and fresh air can't cure. Gauntlet, a new duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward, if my eyes and ears can be believed. Report to the Manip and send for reinforcements. We must find the Duke.
On your command, Councillor.
No, it can't be. You mean they've taken my...
Yes, Will. The Drow have your father.
Duke Ravengard is your father? Will, you're the son of nobility?
The circumstance of my birth is no matter of pride for neither me nor my father. But pride is no reason to refuse help to my own flesh and blood. How can we help?
Rescue Ravengard from his Drow captors. Baldur's Gate needs him now more than ever.
Trust us to see it through, Counselor.
So I've already said that I don't believe Luna is from Baldur's Gate. She is more of an outdoorsy kind of gal, so I don't think she would have been raised or spent much time in the city. She won't ask who Duke Ravengard is because she could always ask that to Will in private. But she would ask why would she entrust that to our party when we are just a ramshackle group of adventurers, whereas the Flaming Fist are an actual organized group.
Isn't it clear? You travel with the Blade of Frontiers. Who might I trust if not a legend? Who might rise to the moment if not Ravengard's own son?
I guess that makes sense, but still. Yes, we will rescue Duke Ravengard. You have our word.
Thank you. When the Grand Duke returns to the city, he'll hail his only son, a hero. Go. You should pick up the Drow trail with ease. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Remember, Will, courage is found in the battle against fear, not in the defeat of it.
So Father said. I won't soon forget.
Fist, to work.
Okay. And so we do get a reward. I'm going to go ahead and pick this staff right here. When the wielder deals damage with a spell or a cantrip, they gain 2 lightning charges. That would be good for Will and his constant casting of Eldritch Blast. So I'm going to go right ahead and give that to Will.
Sharp as ever.
At least things have stayed interesting.
And now Luna is going to go ahead and chat with Will.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You can put distance between you and yesterday, but you'll never leave it fully behind. Father's words. Hard to argue with them. Floric spoke true. I'm a Grand Duke's son.
Not just a Grand Duke. Ravengard has more power and influence than anyone.
I mean, I don't particularly like option 3 because family matters haven't really come up. They've had more important things to deal with. So, yeah, we're just going to go with the choice is clear. We need to rescue the Duke.
Thank you. That means a lot. But I wonder, what makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
Still, it's not like Will intentionally kept a secret. It never came up. I've never liked that part where we start accusing Will of lying or secrecy or anything like that. One thing that I will say he's been lying and keeping a secret about is his warlock patron, but that's a whole other discussion. So let's talk about something else. I don't really think there's anything useful, so let's just go ahead and leave that dialogue. And so we can also hear somebody shouting for help in one of the rooms, so Luna is going to grab Will, and they are going to go into the side building to see if they can find the person who needs help. Okay, and we see this unfortunate body that we steal from. Okay, and so this looks like it's going to blow the moment we open it. So Luna is going to step back into safety. And she is going to have Will stay as far back as he can and shoot some Eldritch Blasts at the wreckage blocking the door.
I've got a long road ahead.
Well, let's see if Luna has the strength to help him.
Fire! Hurry! Get this thing off me!
So I have a -1 to both. She's just going to try and brace it to lift the wreckage off of him. She gives herself a bit of guidance. Oh, easily. She easily finds the strength to lift the beam off of this poor man.
Almost.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so now we are going to go ahead and leave the flames for safety, and we should be able to end turn-based mode. It should be fine now.
He slaughtered everyone.
Okay, and
Mary.
our trapped man seems to know this dead woman.
No. Gods, no, no, no. You should have stayed. You should have been with me.
How did you two get separated?
I was in our room. We had a fight. If I just kept my mouth shut about that bloody dowry, she'd still be here.
What was that about a dowry?
It's for a sister's wedding. I made a stupid joke about keeping it. We argued about it for hours. Then she took the dowry and left. She said I'd never see her again. She was right.
This isn't on you. There was no way you could have known this would happen.
I'm sorry, Mary. I'm so sorry. Please, just go. I need a moment with her. Oh,
Alright,
Mary.
so if we go ahead and put on the Amulet of Lost Voices, we can speak to this dead woman and ask her what she did with the dowry.
You're a medium? You're gonna speak to her? Could you ask her something for me?
What do you want to know?
The dowry. She'd know where it is.
Okay, I'll ask that question.
For sister in barn.
The barn? She must mean one of the empty buildings behind the inn. I trust you to get it for me. I can't leave her.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Well, we have 5 questions, 4 remaining, so let's go ahead and ask, who are you?
Baroness, farmer.
Why were you at the inn?
From Eltergard. Traveling. Sister's wedding.
How did you die?
Finding husband Benrin inside. Door locked.
I mean, I'll just ask, where is Benrin, even though we literally have him right there.
Inside. Room. Top floor.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead on a little fetch quest. See if we can find that dowry. Is there any way to take less damage? Yeah, 2 HP, not too bad. And it should be in this building.
Looks like there's a chest buried in that hay.
Perfect, so we've got the dowry ring and some gold. Okay, let's see if we can avoid the fire. Perfect. So let's go ahead and give him that dowry ring. I found the dowry. Here you go.
I know this doesn't change anything, but it helps. Thank you. I need some time alone with her. To say goodbye.
Alrighty. So that little mini quest is done. Let's join up with our party. And we'll take stock of our resources to see if we can tackle the Gnolls. So I'm out of level 2 spell slots, so that means I cannot do spike growth. How's Will doing?
The people.
He's fine. Lizelle doesn't really have any issues. Her spell slots are fine. Astarion doesn't have any resources. And I have 2 wild shape charges, so let's go ahead and try to tackle the Gnolls. So over here there should be something interesting if we pass a perception check.
Over there.
Okay, just move the rock. And then there should be a little crevice. So some paper. So it's the Zentarim, that black silhouette of a winged serpent. Take what we need, but stock up afterwards. Yada yada yada. So we have some gold, some potions, a scroll, and some trash, some disarming toolkits. So that's just always a nice little stockpile that we can use. Now we're gonna see if we can get one of the Gnolls to fight with us. So we can creep forward a little bit. And I'm gonna have Astarion and I think Will
Let's have some fun.
peel off and try and get to the high ground.
In the blood. What does it mean?
Yeah, so they're just gonna hang out right here for a minute.
Does this count as adventuring?
And Luna and Lizelle are gonna come forward.
With a shock of psychic pain, the pack leader's
There we go.
mind clamps onto yours.
Hopefully we can convince
You
her
see
to
yourself
fight the
through
Gnolls
her
with us,
eyes,
and
a
then we
pulsing
might
red
be able to
cluster
fight
of
her
organs.
individually.
Feast. No. The voice has forbidden this meat.
So let's go ahead and search her mind for the source of the voice.
A memory. The beast daubs the symbol of the Absolute on a cave wall in blood. Buried deep, a tadpole struggles to assert control against the ravenous chaos of her mind. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
All right. We should be able to pass this check unless we roll a natural 1. Perfect. We are of the same pact. Devour the other gnolls.
Sensing your presence, the Gnoll's tadpole writhes in ecstasy, echoing your command. Its host will feast on gnoll flesh to control the hunger, to keep her teeth from your throat. Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
Alright, perfect. I need to get the boys into combat. Okay, so Luna's getting rather decimated.
Hear that? Someone's fighting the Gnolls. We should help.
Don't be a fool, lad. Shut your mouth and keep your head down. Leave the heroics to them that don't value their own skin.
So before Luna goes, I'm going to get the boys into combat. So Astarion will creep forward and pick up that balsam while he's at it. Hop up onto this ledge. I said hop up onto the ledge, thank you. And then sneak attack. For 13 damage, not too bad. And I'll just have him get farther up onto the high ground.
Still breathing.
And then same with Will. He is going to sneak forward. He won't reapply Hex just yet, but he will shoot an Eldritch Blast for 8 damage, not too bad. And we'll spread out a little bit from Astarion.
Come on.
Alright, Luna is absolutely going into wild shape, and she will go into a bear form that has the most HP that she can use. And she will just go ahead and charge ahead and claw at this Gnoll Hunter, unfortunately missing her attack. So that Gnoll is coming after Astarion, missing his claw attack, thank goodness. Lae'zel is just going to use her full movement. Does she want to use Magic Missile? No. She will just dash. Absolutely take an opportunity attack from Luna for 10 damage, good job. And an opportunity attack from Lae'zel for 7 damage. Wow. He is really struggling to get up those steps, poor buddy. And he ends up firing an arrow on Lae'zel for 7 damage. And so some of the Gnolls and Hyenas are turning on Flind, their master of sorts, because she has turned on them. Lae'zel takes an arrow for 5 damage. Luna takes an arrow for 11 damage. Luna will go ahead and pounce and strike out at the Gnoll for 6 damage, killing it. She's then going to scuttle up the rocks. And she's going to chug a potion for 4 health back. Not great, but not awful. Astarion is going to disengage, cunning action disengage, and try and get some distance so that he can fire an arrow. Let's just go into the Gnoll Hunter here. He has sneak attack because there's an ally within range, and sadly he misses his shot. He will just take out his melee weapon in case anybody runs away. He can try and get a sneak attack on them, or opportunity attack, I meant. Will is going to reapply a strength hex. It doesn't particularly matter, onto one of the Gnolls. And he will just shoot them with an Eldritch Blast that critically misses. How sad. And he is just gonna try and keep the high ground. Lae'zel is going to climb up the rocks and lash out. Does she have a cleave action? No. So she is just going to Booming Blade one of the Gnolls. Missing her attack. Wow. Everybody is whiffing. That Gnoll is coming after Astarion again, missing his claw attack, thank goodness. Flint took some damage on a bite. Okay, we've got a Festering Frenzy. Okay, perfect. 3 point-blank shots at Lae'zel, missing. Oh no. Okay, so Will got pushed off the high ground. I should have seen that coming. Lae'zel takes an attack of opportunity. Some more point-blank shots being fired and missing, so thank goodness. But yeah, poor Will. I really should have seen that coming. I shouldn't have put him all the way up there. I should have just kept him back here. Oh well. So Luna is going to strike out with her claws, missing her attack. Can I shove when I'm in this form? I don't think so. So that's really all she can do. Astarion is going to... He's just going to, pardon me, disengage again. And try and shoot an arrow into this Gnoll for 13 damage. Good job. He has 6 health left. Will is going... I mean, he thinks they have it under control. So he is just going to use his entire action to just dash up where he was, sadly. And then chug a health potion.
I will ascend.
Lae'zel will Booming Blade for 7 damage, taking care of that one. And she will carefully try and crowd this Gnoll up on the high ground. Astarion takes 6 damage, and I forgot to take his weapon out. So he did not get an attack of opportunity as the Gnoll scuttled away. So Flint is getting beat up a little bit, but I don't mind that because I do want to take her out once this battle is over. Some more point-blank shots on Lae'zel, a couple of them hitting, so she's in a bit of a bind. Luna is just going to attack with her claws on this Gnoll in front of her. Critically missing. Luna, babe, you are struggling. Astarion is going to lend her a hand and try and sneak attack shot this Gnoll for 12 damage. Well done, Astarion. Will is going to get up on this high ground. He did lose his concentration, so he will use another spell slot to hex this Gnoll and shoot an Eldritch Blast onto it. Critically missing. Wow, everybody is really struggling in this fight.
Victory awaits.
Lae'zel is going to Second Wind to heal herself for 8 damage, not too bad. And then she will Booming Blade this Gnoll Hunter for no damage. So she will Action Surge and try it again because she's getting frustrated with all of the misses. Okay, so 9 damage. And since... Well, I guess she doesn't really want to move away because he does have an arrow, so if he tries to shoot at her, he'll have disadvantage if he shoots at her. So she's just going to hold her ground and hope for the best. This Gnoll takes a swipe at Luna for 6 damage and regains 3 of his own health by foraging in the viscera that's on the ground. So Flint is still taking a little bit of a beating while she's beating up her own Gnolls. Oh, poor Lae'zel. Alright, Will is just going to Eldritch Blast this guy. Good job for 14 total damage. And then he is going to come on over so that he can eventually help Lae'zel on his next turn. Because I can't help her in my wild shape form.
Need to find a way forward.
Okay, so 8 damage on Luna's strike against the Gnoll. Astarion will attempt to finish off that Gnoll. Why do I not have sneak attack? I have I have an ally in range. Whatever. And he connects for 10 damage. So the only enemy left is this guy right here, but Flind is the one, you know, taking care of that one. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Okay, so Lae'zel is stabilized. I'm gonna swap to Astarion and see if he can chat. Oh, she healed up all of her health. That is so sad.
Ravenous, her mind a hungry pit. The flesh of her pack wasn't enough to satisfy her.
So I wonder, can I command her to feast on herself? Let's just give it a shot. I need an 8. 14, no problem at all.
Her tadpole responds, thrashing violently, and the fragile tissue of her brain tears and splits. You taste the blood in her throat, feel it pooling in the cavity of her skull. But she still resists.
Uh-oh. Let's try it again. Harness the willpower and order her to devour herself. Please. Oh, perfect, 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 perfect.
Your tadpole wriggles, contented.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Throat.
Love that. Okay, now we can talk to these buffoons in the cave.
Gods. You're a sweet sight. Are any of my crew still alive out there?
Yeah, no. There's just blood and guts out here, buddy.
Damn it. I guess that's a no.
Risen Road's more dangerous than ever. You're the first friendly face we've seen since Eltergard.
Eltergard's a long way from here. Where are you headed?
We're bound for Baldur's Gate. Got some cargo to deliver. But we've a stop to make along the way.
Where are you stopping?
Waukeen's Rest. It's just up the road.
Ooh, I hate to tell you, but it's kind of on fire.
Listen, you look like you know how to handle yourself.
Indeed.
You should meet my associates. We've got our own drinking spot by the tavern. Invitation only. Tell the fellow on the door. Little Serpent, Long Shadow. He'll take good care of you.
Very well. But you should know that Waukeen's Rest has been burnt to the ground.
Damn it. Nowhere's safe anymore. Doesn't change the plan, though. We'll head over there and check for survivors.
What's in that chest? Your cargo?
Aye, the whole reason we're in this mess. Trinkets for some rich tosser in Baldur's Gate. He gets his shiny baubles. We get a handful of Tarenths.
Tarenths are the currency of the Zentarim, a network of merchants and mercenaries with few scruples.
Huh, you're Zentarim. Your people don't deal in baubles.
You know who we are. Very clever. And you probably also know it's not smart to interfere with Zent business. This is the point when a clever lad like you accepts my gratitude and walks away.
Yeah, fair enough. So with that, I will call it an episode because we're cutting it close to an hour. But first, let's go ahead and get Lae'zel up. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. We had quite a few skirmishes that we dealt with. We dealt with a couple of Gnolls and Hyenas. This fight was a little dicier than I thought it would be, but overall not too bad. So if you did like this, make sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And until I see you guys next time, goodbye, and I hope you have a really great day.